and gusty throughout the afternoon and evening with gusts as high as 34 miles per hour. So if you do have any of those Christmas decorations that are out, you might want to make sure they're secure so they don't end up blowing away and losing them. Overnight, mostly cloudy. As I said, the low will be down to 25. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high 38. Friday, mostly sunny with a high of 51. Saturday, morning showers, high of 58. And for your Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 43 degrees. That is a look at the news for now. I'm Frank Sparks, Beaver County Radio News, 95.7 and 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, 1460 WNBA, and beavercountyradio.com.
Turn off your TV, turn on your mind, and turn up that radio. It's AM Beaver County on 95.7 FM, 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and 1460 WNBA.
Coming up on 8:36 on this final day of November 2022, and we're now in studio with Rich Strother. He is with Job Training of Pennsylvania, correct?
Job Training for Beaver County.
Job Training for Beaver County, so got to narrow that down a little bit. Job Training of Beaver County. Rich, thank you and good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So as part of Job Training for Beaver County, let's sort of dial that back a little bit too. What is Job Training for Beaver County? What is their mission?
Yeah, so Job Training for Beaver County is a private, nonprofit workforce development organization. So we fall into the social service category, and we provide career exploration, reemployment, and training services for youth, adults, dislocated workers. And that includes individuals that have a criminal background, individuals in recovery. We help individuals interested in starting their own small business. So we pretty much serve everyone.
That does serve everyone, I would say so. Now, when you say youth, how young are we talking?
14. 14. So primarily what we want to do is youth that are in high school and they're starting to think about what career they want to pursue upon graduation. We want to help them explore those careers and find out, what do I need to do now to prepare myself to pursue that career, and how does that career fit in? Am I going to like it? So can we provide them with an opportunity for, like an internship or a paid work experience or a summer program where they can really, kind of try out that career and make sure that that's something that they want to pursue.
So it's not necessarily just a matter of, hey, you need a job, let's get you a job. It's just for the youth, it's a matter of helping them take those first steps into realizing what the job market is and what exactly the steps they need to take in order to get there. Because a lot of times, in regular school, they may not get that. So that's where you guys come in.
That's where we come in, and we do work with all the local Beaver County school districts and the Community College of Beaver County and the Career and Technology Center, because like you said, Matt, that's a tough decision for a young person to make, is what they want to do for the rest of their life. And, it really takes a community working together to help them explore careers, research different training programs, try out those careers, kind of explore the workforce to say, like, hey, what can I start doing now in the workforce, and to start pursuing that career, and where does education come in? And, maybe they're interested in being an engineer, so they could start out in manufacturing and get some hands-on knowledge and start working their way through that career pathway, and then get to the point where, okay, in order to take this next step, I need to go to school for engineering. So that's kind of what we want. The last thing we want to see is for someone to, pursue education that, they come out at the end and say, I don't like this. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. I have student debt. I thought I would be able to do this with this education, and I can't. And they find themselves needing to make another choice there.
Exactly. You don't want to see them sort of stranded in the wilderness looking for that next step. But, of course, for anyone who's, out of school and simply just trying to look for a job and look for a job that's sustainable, that's where you guys come in as well. Now, what kind of jobs are we talking about here? Like, what's the range of jobs that Job Training at Beaver County can help out with?
I mean, it could be any job. I mean, there's jobs that we focus on. So we focus on jobs that pay a living wage. We want people to be able to support themselves and their families. We want to help direct them towards jobs that provide a career path, opportunities for advancement that are going to be stable. So, so we look at certain industry sectors in our area that generally offer those types of opportunities, and those are, manufacturing, building and construction, healthcare, energy, transportation and logistics, those types of things.
Yes, and it's those types of logistics because, again, like you said, with the youth, it applies to adults too because you're never too young to learn. It's a matter of learning things and learning the process to make sure that not only are you going into the right job, but you know how to do that job when you get there. So
right.
a lot of it's not just, hey, here's a job, go after it. It's a matter of, hey, can you do this job? Are you ready to go into it? And that's the kind of education that's, not necessarily something that you're going to get everywhere. We're talking with Rich Strother from Job Training at Beaver County. Now, you talked about the partnerships that you had with the Beaver County high schools as far as educating the youth.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of partnerships do you have on the adult level as far as job training?
That's a great thing about living and working in Beaver County. I mean, Beaver County is just, I've had the opportunity in my job to travel across the country, and everywhere I go and I talk about what's going on in Beaver County, they say, wow, that's fantastic. That we don't know that happens here. I mean, we in workforce development, we partner with education and community and economic development and local government. We meet regularly to discuss what's going on in the labor market, what jobs are in demand, what the training needs are, who's looking for work, and then we partner together to leverage our resources. So if the community college or Penn State or Beaver County Career and Technology Center, if they can provide the training and we can help fund the training and help identify students to enroll in those training programs. So it really takes a community of Beaver County Chamber of Commerce. And then we also partner with local businesses. So we have, in addition to the job seeker customer, we have the business customer. So I regularly go out and meet with businesses to find out, what are your needs? What positions do you need to fill? What skills do these people need to have? Do you have current workers that you feel you need to increase their skill level so that they can advance along and be more productive in their positions and allow you to expand your business and things like that? So there's a long list. Cornerstone, Trails Ministries, the local training providers, Chamber of Commerce, a long list of us that regularly work together and are able to, partner and find opportunities to serve individuals and share our resources.
Now, as far as those partnerships are concerned, I know you talk about, all the different ones that you partner with and all the, schools that you've partnered with. Let's take it from the perspective of someone who wants to get into job training. Let's say someone comes to the facilities, which, by the way, are located at?
We are in the Beaver Valley Mall and in the PA CareerLink office in the Beaver Valley Mall.
Okay,
yes.
Very good, very good. So let's say someone comes down to those offices, and let's say that they want to find a job. What is the process that they're going to go through right away?
Well, they're going to meet with one of our staff to kind of just have a conversation about, okay, how can we help you? What are you looking for? What are your needs? And then the staff are going to start to make kind of recommendations. Well, let us connect you with this, or how about we have you meet with this person? And then we have them register on the CareerLink website as a job seeker. So that's a quick, free, easy way to develop an online resume and then be able to apply for any of hundreds of jobs that are listed on there. And then from there, we want to work with them more one-on-one to have a further conversation of, so if you've been looking for work, what challenges have you experienced? How can we help you overcome those challenges? Do you feel you need additional training? What would that training be? Who would offer that training? What's your ultimate employment goal? Who would employ you? What do they pay? How do you apply? Do you have a resume? Do you know how to interview? Those types of things. So it's an ongoing process. There's very often that if someone comes in, they need to train for a new career. We go through that process, enroll them in a training program. Once they complete their training, we work with them until they find employment, and then we stay in touch with them for a year after they obtain employment to make sure they keep that job. So it's not uncommon for us to continue to work with someone for 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how many people currently are involved with the process? 'Cause I know when you talk about communicating with others and keeping in touch with them and making sure that they're in the right position,
Yeah.
that could, if you multiply that by a number of people, that could, result in a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls.
Yes.
So, it's not just a matter of, hey, you're good to go, goodbye. It's connecting with them throughout the process. So, how many people are currently going through that process right now with job training in Beaver County?
Well, we typically serve about 400 job seekers a year or more. We have a small staff. We're a staff of 12, but like you said, they're very in touch. It's constant phone calls, emails. Now text messaging is a very convenient way to correspond with someone. Our staff. The one thing I would say is when working with our staff, a job seeker will find someone who is caring, who's knowledgeable, trustworthy, non-judgmental. They provide encouragement, and they'll help you overcome whatever it is that you're struggling with. I mean, we have countless people that have told us that they were about to give up when they came to us. It's just They just felt like every door that they approached, the door was closed, and it was transportation or housing or lack of education or just applying for jobs and not getting any response. And so just to give you a couple examples, recently we helped a single mother go through a nursing program, and she sent us a picture of her in her nursing uniform at graduation standing with her young daughter.
Wow.
And you're looking at, someone that went from, struggling to support herself and her child to, LPN start out at $24 an hour. So you're looking at a year, investing a year of your time to further your education and what the outcome could be. We had a father who overcame a criminal record. We helped him get a CDL license, and he got a truck driving job, and he reported back that he's thrilled. He's earning more money than he's ever earned in his life. His son is proud of him. His son wants to follow in his footsteps now and become a truck driver. Truck driving, you're looking at a 6-week training program. You can come out in minimum $50,000 a year. So, we offer, those are just a couple examples, LPN, $24 an hour, RN, $36 an hour, welders, $23 an hour, industrial machinery mechanics, $28 an hour. And, a lot of employers are willing to take someone and, if they're willing to show up for work, they're willing to, learn on the job. They're a safe employee. They can pass a drug test. They're willing to train them on the job as well.
Right. And that's not necessarily a guarantee for everyone that's going to be the case, because humans are humans and you just never know. But at the same time, it is refreshing to hear that, those who've come from so far back in their lives to, come up and thrive, through graduation and through, earning an income that can sustain a life. That's the kind of stuff that, empowers, people to want to get involved with programs like Job Training Beaver County. Now, let me ask you this, and this is just more of a curiosity question. Obviously, a couple years ago, we had the coronavirus pandemic, and it changed pretty much everything. So how has that affected Job Training Beaver County? Are there more people looking for jobs? Are there less people looking for jobs? Has it changed the kinds of jobs that people are looking for? What's happened there?
Well, so a little bit of everything. The one thing I would say is over the past year or so, wages have increased. So, where we saw some employers had starting wages of, $14 an hour. Now they're like $17 an hour. And, I would say in general, every employer is hiring. They're all looking for people, and they're willing to train, and, they're willing. A lot of them are more flexible now than they used to be. I think prior to the pandemic, not every employer offered flexibility as far as working remotely and things like that. And I think more and more employers, they had to do that to continue operating during the pandemic, and some of that is stuck. So a lot of employers, although some of them continue to go completely remote, some of them have brought people back but say, you know what, we're still going to give you an opportunity to work from home a couple days a week. So I think that's something that is a result of the pandemic.
Gotcha. Because I figured there would be some
Yeah.
changes. And,
Yes.
now, of course, you talk about the wages coming up, and you talk about money being more of a factor than it was before because of what happened during the pandemic, things being lost. Of course, now you have inflation into the mix.
Mhm.
So there is an incentive for people to simply get a job that pays well, but also there's an incentive with job training at Beaver County in the training itself
Yes.
that people might find interesting.
Yeah, so we're grant funded. So if someone qualifies for one of the grants that we have and they need additional training, we can offer up to $8,000 towards an approved program for them to go to school. And a lot of times, even if the program is beyond 8,000, we work with the local training providers, and a lot of them have, there's Pell grants, FIA grants, there's scholarships, there's, all kinds of different financings available that in many cases, someone can go through training with little or no out-of-pocket contributions.
That's incredible. And it's essential, too, because for a lot of people who need that extra education,
Yes.
yeah, I know you guys are grant funded, but that kind of education isn't for the most part. That the price of education, just like everything else, has gone up. So to have that extra little benefit and boost there is quite a good thing for those looking to enter the job market. And it'll pay off later on whenever they earn that money back. We're talking with Rich Strother. He is with job training at Beaver County, and we talk about the partnerships that you guys have had. And is there any look to find any more partners? If someone wants to be a partner with job training at Beaver County, how can they do that?
Call me. Call our office. We want to partner with everybody. And again, in Beaver County, everybody wants to partner. And that's the theory behind us. We're one of the Pennsylvania Career Link partner organizations, and that is the whole theory behind the Career Link, is that all the Beaver County organizations come on site so that someone that needs something, they don't have to run all over town to try to pull it all together. They can come to one place and meet with the person they need to meet with, or get the information that they need. So we're always looking to partner with everyone.
Yes, because that is the other perspective too. It's not just a matter of people looking for jobs; it's employers looking for employees, because that might be one of the other biggest things to come out of the pandemic, is that a lot of people were sort of sent home, and now they're looking for people to get back, and it hasn't necessarily been the smoothest process.
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, we also assemble groups of employers from different industries. So we started a manufacturing industry partnership back in, I think it was 2017, and they meet quarterly, and they just discuss just those types of topics. Is what are our workforce needs? The other topic is, if you haven't seen a manufacturing facility recently, you would not believe. I toured a manufacturing facility the other day that I literally would have no concern eating off their floor. It was that clean. I know there is always a misconception of it's dirty, dark, dangerous. These manufacturers, they're employing technology, robotics, automated machinery. This is high-tech stuff here. And they're offering registered apprenticeship training. And one of the things that they've been working on is, we want to make sure parents, educators, students are aware of the career opportunities in manufacturing. So come see what we're all about. Come see how, you graduate from high school. We can offer you employment. We can help you further your education. A lot of them even help pay for education. So that's one of the things. We do that with the other trades as well, the building and construction and transportation logistics, and we just started a healthcare group, and through our Southwest Corner Workforce Development Board. So yeah, we go out and meet with employers. So Matt, we talked about that we can help an individual with up to $8,000 in training, and that can be used for an approved training program like the nursing or the CDL or welding or things like that. But we can also do what's called on-the-job training, and that's kind of an earn while you learn program. So I mentioned employers are willing to hire somebody and train them on the job. If that's the case, we can reimburse the employer half of that new hire's hourly wage during that training period. So that allows, someone that's out of work to start earning a paycheck while they're learning new skills. It offsets the cost for an employer having somebody spend time with them and teach them how to do the job. So that's just another way for us to deliver training. Yes.
Now, one final question I have for you, Rich, and forgive the irony in me asking this. Is Job Training of Beaver County looking to hire?
Yeah, believe it or not, Matt, that's crazy. We are. I've been working with our board and our staff, and we're getting ready to post 3 positions for our part-time and 2 full-time positions. So we do have a policy, like many employers, that we first consider internal candidates that are interested in transitioning into those positions. And if we can't identify an internal candidate, then we look external. And we always post our positions on the CareerLink website.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Is there anything else we missed that you'd like to talk about real quick? Or
I just want to kind of put the plea out there that if you're looking for work, or you know someone that's looking for work, or you know somebody that may benefit from training, if you're a teacher, if you're a parent, and you're like, I need help guiding these youth towards career opportunities, please reach out to us. We want to help you. We have funding to provide services, and we don't charge for anything that we do. We can work with everybody, and we have a wide range of programming, so we really, please reach out to us.
Yes. And again, you can reach them. They are at the Beaver County Mall. They are in the PA CareerLink Center at Job Training of Beaver County. And if they want to reach you by phone, how can they do so?
Our phone number is 724-728-4860. Our intake person's extension is 218. My extension is 230. Our youth program manager's extension is 210.
Very good. Rich Strother of Job Training in Beaver County, thank you so much for joining us this morning here on the show, and looking forward to talking with you if we decide to come back in.
Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity, and I do look forward to coming back. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's Rich Strother. You're listening to AM Beaver County. Teleforum on the way following news.
Tune in every Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m.